In recent news, after days of silence from much of the streaming world, Mizkif finally broke ranks and went straight at Hasan over the now infamous dog collar controversy. On stream, Mizkif didn't hold back in the following clip.
Body language, in my opinion, is the best way to find or look at any type of situation. And Hasan's body language is all wrong. You could see with his body language, he looks at the dog, then he's scared, he looks at the chat, he puts his arm in the air like he kind of knows he did something wrong. It gives off the idea that Hasan kind of, like he looks to the left. It looks more like Hasan does know that he kind of did something a little bit too much. So I would probably say, based on this clip, it looks like Hasan did shock the dog. I just can't fathom why Hasan, if he didn't have anything to hide, wouldn't just show the shock collar or the collar immediately. Because he knew and probably saw on LSF that it had 20,000 upvotes in 6 hours. He knew that there's nothing worse in this world than being inhumane to animals. You could talk politics, you could do other, but there's one thing that the whole internet agrees on, and that's don't abuse your animals, right? So you would think that Hasan would want to immediately just take the collar off of Kaya and just show the dogs not having the shock collar on him, right? That's the first thing you'd want to do, and he didn't. You're saying you are. I admit it. I think Hasan did shock the dog. I do. I do think Hasan shocked the dog. Yeah, there's hair on the collar. It's 100% tape. I just can't put Hasan as an abuser, and I will not. I cannot do it. I think that word is for people who really are terrible people. You could say he's mistreated. You could say that dog needs to have better care for things, sure, but I cannot put that word as abuse towards that dog, because I know that Hasan does take care of that dog. I know that Hasan does give that dog treatment. I know that dog does get a lot of love from the family. Do I think it can be mistreated? Sure, but I have seen real abuse, okay? I've seen real abuse when it comes to dogs, and I just can't put him there.
Miz touches a tree with a Japanese local in Japan and gets hundreds of videos and articles. Hasan shocks his dog for leaving place for a second of 5 hours, and only a handful of people react. Yay, bro? It's totally not a red flag or sign of animal abuse that Hasan records himself pulling on the tail of his dog. Imagine the amount of shocking and mistreatment the dog has experienced off camera. Shock collars are harmful. Shocking his dog BC she wants to move is insane. If it was anyone else other than Hamasabi, they would have immediately been banned and cancelled off the face of this earth. Ima say, rare Mizzy Wizzy, W Miz isn't wrong. Bro, all Hasan had to do was say, YO. This is a 100+ pound dog who I'm training for a few hours a day. The shock wasn't harmful, just annoying to her, she yelled. We go on walks. She socializes. She's near me all day, has a great life. Get over it. She loves me. In other news, Valkyrae recently addressed the controversial clip involving Hasan and his dog Kaya, admitting the video was really bad and acknowledging why many people were alarmed, yet insisted from her personal experience that Hasan would never ever abuse his dog in the following clip.
Clip did look horrible. The clip was really bad. It was so bad. And it's understandable why everyone was freaking out about it, but I can verify that Kaya is the most loved and spoiled and just the most well-trained and best little baby, or big baby, that I have ever been around and that I have ever seen. So, big baby. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but you know, this priorities in this world are not where they should be. But alas, it's herd mentality. I mean, I think from the clip, it's understandable why people were very concerned.
Do these idiots really believe that people aren't allowed to be against animal abuse and the genocide at the same time? Talk about deflecting to avoid accountability. Doesn't deny Hasan uses a shock collar, deflects to the IP situation. Can't talk about animal abuse when there's a genocide happening apparently. Ah yes, the classic deflection by moral escalation tactic. When someone can't defend their point, so they pull the "this issue doesn't matter" because there's a genocide card to shut down discussion.